This is another episode of Standup Comedy, your host and MC, celebrating 40-plus years on the fringe of show business. Stories, interviews, and comedy sets from the famous and not so famous. Here's your host and MC, Scott Edwards.
Hi, and welcome to this week's show. We have another fun lineup of comedy entertainment for you. I have a series of short sets from 4 different headliners that are all terrifically funny. I know you'll enjoy them. Closing the show, originally out of New York and part of the funniest people on the Universe group with Jerry Seinfeld and Larry Miller, it's Mark Schiff. Coming up right before him, a gentleman that is back in New York still. In fact, he teaches at the Manhattan School of Comedy. Very funny, Ross Bennett. And to kind of mix things up, a short set by one of the funniest female comedians on the road and still working and creating great entertainment, Monica Piper. But right now, we're going to start off this cavalcade of comedy with a terrific opening headliner. This gentleman is one of the regulars at the club for many years. He's high energy, works well with the audience, and this particular set was part of his promo reel. So you hear a little bit of music in the background, but he's very funny. I know you'll enjoy him. It's Ronny Kenny.
But I got to get in shape. My doctor's on me. I took my physical last month. He said my blood pressure was 180 over, oh my God. Said my cholesterol level was somewhere between 300 and dearly beloved. You are what you eat. Do I look deep fried, you people? My doctor told me one thing interesting. He says I have an inner child. I was wondering what this thing was. I'll tell you one thing about it. It doesn't sleep through the night. You got to get up and feed it at least twice. I eat too much. I get free food in Las Vegas. I was there last week. Do this, folks. Next time you're in any casino, go up to a crap table. Pick up the dice. When you throw them, you yell, Yahtzee. Everything stops for a moment. This is the dumbest thing in the world. If this hasn't happened to you, it will happen to you. Your friends and family find out you're going to Las Vegas. Somebody will come up to you and go, oh, you're going to Las Vegas? Here's $1. Bet it for me. Like you're walking through the casino. Here's Bob's daughter all playing in this slot machine. $1,000 jackpot. No, here's Bob's dollar right over here. Nobody is that good a friend. I'm in Las Vegas a lot. I was at the MGM last Halloween night. I'm in my room, knock at the door. A little kid was trick-or-treating in the hotel. I gave him a towel, a couple ashtrays, and a Bible. And when you give a child a Bible, you feel good about yourself. Old people driving cars, that's scary. That's got to stop. You know what I'm talking about. Old people in their hundreds. I was in Miami last month. I got passed by a Cadillac. There was nobody in it. There was just these knuckles up on top of the steering wheel. Couple blue hairs coming over the top of this. It was frightening. And I like old people. I'm not knocking old people. My grandpa's still alive. He's 96. I saw him at Christmas. He says to me, Ron, it's a miracle. I get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and God turns the light on for me. And when I'm done, he turns the light off for me. I say, Grandpa, I think you're peeing in the refrigerator. That's what it sounded like to me. It's like people see all the smokers in the back forming little support groups. We're the last minority in this country as smokers, but we stick together, don't we? We have our own little secret greeting. We see each other on the street. We all go. Y'all been great. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ronny Kenny, always a terrific act, always great with the audience. Thanks for listening to that. And we're going to go into another great short set by one of the funniest comedians in the business. Just spoke to her the other day. She's working on a new television project. Very funny. Let's hear some comedy from Monica Piper.
Men's cologne ad. You know, it smells like a man. But they don't tell you which man. It could be Slappy, the bait shop guy. My mother had a different sense of humor, more clever, more dry. She was brilliantly sarcastic. I remember when I was older and I said, Mom, guess what? I'm an actress now. She said, well, that's fabulous. What are you in? Well, I don't have a movie or a series or a play or anything, but I'm an actress. She said, you know, sweetie, that is such a coincidence because I'm a queen. I just don't happen to have a country. My father would always say to me, making people laugh is a gift, kid. Helps them take their mind off their troubles. And that's the gift that we have. I love everything about, I love my breasts. I wish I didn't just have two. Oh, come on, wouldn't it be great to have a bunch of different sizes for all the things you needed to do? Little tiny ones for jogging and giant ones for estimates from mechanics. Yes. I love being a woman. I could list all the advantages, but I'll narrow it down to just one. Men, you know, when you're with us and wondering if you'll get lucky, we already know.
Monica is one of the funniest young ladies in show business today, and we always enjoyed having her at the club. Hey, we have another special treat for you. Direct from the Manhattan School of Comedy, a very funny entertainer, headliner for many, many years, works still out of the New York area, and is sharing his abilities in stand-up comedy at the Manhattan Comedy School. Let's hear a great short set by the very funny Ross Bennett.
All right, I'm a New Yorker, but I'm not from New York City. I'm from what I call New York country, the rural western part of New York State. I'm from a small town just on the outskirts of a Walmart. And I'll never forget my first time in Manhattan. I saw more people in one block of this city than I would see in my hometown all year long. And some people I noticed could be a little aggressive. You may have noticed some New Yorkers a little aggressive. My first day here, an old woman scooted me out of the way on the street. A little old woman with a bony finger they pushed from behind. Boy, I'm on your right, boy. I'm on your right. And what I thought I heard, I've got a knife, boy. I've got a knife. So I'm running around. She's got a knife. What kind of a city is this? And do you know what happens if you run around this city and scream someone has a knife? Do you know what happens? Nothing. Nothing happens. They treated me like I was the problem. Of course she has a knife. We all have knives. Get over it. I'll stab you myself. I will stab you in the face. Get out of here. You're a farmer. You smell of the earth. Get out of here. I don't know. I'm an easygoing guy. Doesn't take a lot to make me happy. If I find a parking spot in Manhattan, I've had a good day. I find a parking spot in Manhattan, I feel like I felt in my 20s when I would have casual sex. I'm thankful, I'm appreciative, and I'm mildly suspicious. I mean, it's nice, but something not right. By the way, I'm currently single. Currently single. I'm married twice. I don't know if I want to be married again. I sometimes think I'd like to be engaged one more time. I'd like to be engaged to the famous pop star, Beyonce. Because I'm a comedian, I just think it'd be fun to introduce her to all my friends. This is my fiance, Beyonce! Hey! No, really, I'm serious. I'm serious. I don't know about you folks, but whenever I get a Canadian quarter in my change, my day is shot. Because for the rest of the day, it's like I'm a kid, I'm playing tag, and I'm it because I'm trying to give it to somebody else. Now, sometimes I get a Canadian quarter, I don't even know I have it. I mean, it goes in my pocket. I may not see it all day. I mean, do you hear what I'm saying? I've been it all day. Then I'm going to buy a newspaper, and I reach in my pocket for a regular quarter, but I get this other thing. And it's deceptive. It's the same size, same weight, but it has a different picture. And my mind will try and justify it. Oh my gosh, I just noticed. Apparently, George Washington was a transvestite. Things are not... Thank you. Sorry. Things are not always as they seem. I went to a funeral. This guy had died in a parachuting accident. And during the eulogy, the minister said, we're all going to miss Charlie, but at least we know he died doing what he loved. And I've been thinking about this. I'm not in complete agreement. I mean, Charlie's parachute failed to open. So I question if this is what he loved. You know what I think? I think he did what he loved until about a minute before he died, and then things just went horribly wrong.
Ross Bennett proves again that he's one of the funniest men out there. He is a very funny guy and a regular at the club back in the 80s. I'm glad to hear he's doing so well, still doing comedy and teaching comedy in New York. All right, speaking of New York, originally from New York and part of the funniest people in the Universe Club with Larry Miller and Jerry Seinfeld, the very funny Mark Schiff. He has got a book out. He has done stand-up comedy for over 30 years. He has done his own HBO special, lots of TV, and one of my favorite regulars, and just a terrific guy. I know you'll enjoy this. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear some comedy from our closing headliner, Mark Schiff.
Thank you. Nice to be here. Hello, how are you? All right, good to be here. It's actually been a good day. I did some shopping today. Went to my favorite store. Went to the 99-cent store. I love this place more than anything in the world. Let me tell you something. You know you're not doing well in life if you return things to the 99-cent store. If you have the courage, the audacity to drive back with a can of peas because it wasn't filled enough or something, and you want your 99 cents back. You know, when I walk into 99 cents, I feel good about myself. I really do. I walk around, I'm looking, I think, I can buy anything I want here. Man, I'm doing good in life. I can buy this whole row for $9. It's phenomenal. And they always have stuff that sound like the original items. I like Del Monte peaches. I'm looking at this can, it says Del Monkey peaches. I bought some shaving cream. 99 cents, a pretty good deal, right? I get home, I shake the can, I go, tss, tss. No shaving cream comes out. Just the sound. And I'm actually thinking, like an idiot, that's not a bad deal for 99 cents. I love this little thing. You know, just... Then they have men's underwear. 40 pair, 99 cents. I'm looking at some country that doesn't even exist is making this stuff. And I'm thinking, don't buy this. Somehow, they've got to be ripping you off. So I bought it. I get home, I put a pair on. The fly is on the side. One hole for both legs. I'm walking around. Incredible. I went to Costco recently. There's another fantastic place. I go there, I think, all right, I'm just going to spend like $80, $90, $1,100 later. You should know, because the shopping cart, there's families that live in these carts. It's so gigantic. It's like 9 people sleeping in it. But you know, at certain times in your life, you need 200 years worth of mustard at the same time. That's it. I'm buying for life now. That's it. I'm never going out again. 40 years of ketchup. Come on, just pile it in there. And they have these things, they sell everything. They sell surfboards there. They sell coffins. Is this some sort of impulse buy? I said to my wife, honey, why don't you get a blender? I'm going to get a couple of coffins for us. You're not looking great these days, and, you know, it's cheaper here, you know. At Costco, you can return anything. Imagine returning a coffin. I wouldn't open that if I were you. My uncle's in there, but he doesn't seem to like it. So I'm going to give it back to you. I'll keep that closed for a while. It's crazy. What else here? I got 3 boys, 3 kids. I got 3 boys, a 25-year-old, a 22-year-old, and a 19-year-old, and they all live with us. Because that's the type of parenting we've done. These idiots aren't going anywhere, I tell you. It's awful. Awful. You know, what we have essentially is we don't have 3 children living with us. We have 3 very poor people. Incredibly poor people that don't look like they're ever going to get a job. They just sit around and go, bring me grapes. It's sad. And they're not nice people. You know, most poor people, you know, you give them money, they say thank you. God bless you. Not these 3. Give them 20. Come on, give me the whole wallet. And they're food terrorists. When I buy something I like to eat, I have to eat the whole thing in one sitting. The other day, I ate an entire chocolate chip cheesecake in the car. Because I know I'd just be attacked the second I walk in the house. So, actually, my oldest son is getting married. She's not working either. This is a great deal. I don't know what the hell's going to happen with these 2. But, you know, people say, you know, you talk to people who have children, they go, you know, my kid's childhood just went like this in a second, went by. Not mine. Every day an ordeal. Unbelievable. It's a good deal. I'm married for 26 years. It went by like 10 minutes underwater. It was really quite the thing. So, you ever wake up in the middle of the night, look at your spouse and think, I'm going to kill him. I got to choke him to death right now. I just can't. I can't have breakfast with this person anymore. I can't do it. I had a fight with my wife a couple of months ago. I don't know why I did this. As she was walking away, I mumbled the word psycho. 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 And she's not, but when you call somebody a psycho, they actually turn into one. She just turned around like, psycho? I'll show you psycho. You learn a lot about yourself when you're married and live with someone. I didn't know that I snored. Do you know there's a law that if you snore, they have to wake you and tell you? I don't need this information. I'm out cold, rolling around, having a fantastic time. She's like, honey, get up. You're snoring. What? You're snoring. Really? No? And when you wake up somebody, tell them they're snoring, they're shocked. I didn't hear anything. How can a person actually sleep through themselves snoring? How can you sleep through? It's in the middle of your head. And you wake up, what? Snoring? Really? I didn't know that. I'll wake you and tell you when you're drooling, all right? You know, being married is like living on the floor of the Senate. Every day, a new speech and new laws being passed. My wife walks around like some English barrister. From now on, things will be different in this family. Leave your socks on the floor, there'll be no dinner for the rest of your life. I didn't know I had so many problems until I got married. But thank God she's there to point those things out. I thought I was doing well. I was hanging by a fingernail. I got a neighbor, the guy's been married 61 years. I said to the guy, Erwin, what's the secret? 61 years. He said, just keep your mouth shut. Shut the hell up. Open your mouth, you're going to start a fight. Just come home from work, wave your hand, hey, come home, hello. And sit on the couch, put the TV on. One day you'll fall over dead, it'll all be over. So hang in there. Just relax. Just keep your mouth shut and don't start any fights.
I told you he was funny. That was Mark Schiff, very talented headliner and one of the funniest people in the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been our show this week. We've had four great headliners: Ronny Kenny, Monica Piper, Ross Bennett, and you just heard Mark Schiff. Hey, thanks for listening. We'll see you next week with another great lineup of stand-up comedy. Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this episode of Stand-Up Comedy, your host and MC. For information on the show, merchandise, and our sponsors, or to send comments to Scott, visit our website at www.standupyourhostandmc.com. Look for more episodes soon and enjoy the world of stand-up comedy. Visit a comedy showroom near you.